Hello, good morning friends. Welcome to my channel Astro Kannadiga English. Okay friends, let us come to know about this palm. Okay, so this palm nut. This is a chart in which they are asking me to say whether they can do the business or not. So let us see what are the business houses. Particularly, seventh house is considered as a business house. Why? Because it is an agreement between the two persons. So that means to say this seventh house as well as tenth house must be strong. Then one can do the business. Even the money houses such as second house and 10th 11th house also should be cooperate with it, then we call it as the business yoga. Let us see what is there in this chart. Particularly this chart belongs to Mesha Lagna, where we call Aries ascendant, and Aries ascendant where ascendant lord must be well placed to have a nice future. Here, ascendant lord is Mars, and he is sitting in the third house. Third house is a house of confidence as well as house of ability. So, it's not so great placement. The third lord must be placed well, otherwise. So, next, third lord is sitting in the fifth house. Yeah, of course. You see, since the Lagna Lord is sitting in the third house Lord Mercury is about business. Mercury is considered as a planet of business. So, this is a auspicious where Mercury is sitting in the fifth house, and even the fifth Lord is situated in the fourth house, that is Kendra house. So then it is a Raj Yoga, because why fifth house Trikona Lord is sitting in the fifth Lord is sitting in the fourth house is the Raj Yoga. The next we have to come to the seventh house. You see seventh house. Seventh house is occupied by Jupiter. It is huge. You see why? Because Jupiter is an auspicious planet and also ruling the ninth house, the house of fortune. So this person really a fortunate to have a good business. Of course, Rahu with Jupiter really works well. Why? Because the Jupiter only the planet can control the Rahu. The tactics, okay, this is very good yoga, and it will give ambition for the person, unfulfillable desire, that means to say that much of heavy desire that person going to have, whatever he achieve till he would like to achieve more. That is what the passion that gives a Rahu. There is a seventh house, so he is not satisfied with anything, still he would like to improve on. The next one, you see the 11th house having a Saturn. You see the 11th house is occupied by Saturn, and it is a real house of the Saturn. Yes, friends, you see, having a 11th house on the 11th lord on the 11th house is really insane, and it is wonderful, fantastic, marvelous, absolutely marvelous. Okay, it could, you may think that it is so uh, radical, exaggerating, but it's not an exaggeration. That is what the exaggeratable advantage that this person is having. So that is very good yoga. And then you see fourth lord come to fifth house, eighth house. You see here, this is a from the 4th house, 8th house is the 5th house. So it is not a bad at all. Okay. Anyhow, this person will going to have a lot of say in the fortune about the 4th house. Okay, next one. Yes, of course, this is a very auspicious. Next, let us see about Navamsha. Navamsha is the second chart which tells about the life of a person. Particularly, see here, the Lagna belongs to Vrishabha Lagna, or Vrishabha Lagna in the sense the yes, of course, this is a Vrishabha Lagna, and Lagna Lord goes to Venus. Venus goes to first house itself is very good, and first lord is there in the first house, that too in his own house is very good. And then Rahu is sitting there in the first house again, it makes him ambitious. And then the 7th house, you see there in the Navamsha also we see the 7th lord there in the 7th house itself. So some people tells that okay, Karaka Bhavanashe, it says. And 7th lord is not Karaka of Mars is not Karaka of 7th house, so it's not a problem where the Mars is sitting in the 6th house. And even that Mars is ferocious fighter, so this person is going to have a fight or a struggle, but ultimately he will only be victorious. Why? Because he is having that much of strength to fight against. That is why he will be a winner in the of course it indicate good business also. But here come to know that second hand 5th lord, and that too the person who's having lot to say in a trade is Mercury going to 12th house there. So this is what difficult to say. And here one more thing I have to say you. Here the 5th lord is there in the 11th house. So the 5th lord in the 11th house gives the person enough creativity to improve lot in the life, and you will be having very creative person. And even the 10th house is occupied by Saturn and Jupiter is another very good yoga. Why? Because the 11th lord is occupied there in the 10th house, so it is very good yoga. This person can do the business in a very auspicious manner. And let us see what are the dasha is running for this person. So dasha for this person is running now is a Venus dasha. Yes, of course. So in that Venus dasha is having that moon antar. So let us come to know what is there in the dasha and antar dasha. See, before that I have to see the nakshatra where they are placed. See here, first one dasha is Venus. In that Venus moon we have to consider. Here you see Venus is there in the moon nakshatra, very good. And then moon is there in a Mercury nakshatra. Yes, Venus, moon, Mercury. Yes, 3 planets we have to consider. Let us see what they are saying. Venus, yes, of course. In the Lagna Lord, we have to see the Venus firstly, where the Venus is placed. You see, Venus is placed in the 6th house. See here, since is the Lord of 7th house, and being seated in the 6th house gives him a lot of struggle in the business. That is why he told he is struggling lot in the business because of this. And of course, let me see the moon where it is placed. Here you see moon is placed in the 8th house. Again, this is a problematic. Why? Because the 6th and 8th are the Pacha houses in the chart. So next one we have to see Buddha or Mercury. See Mercury there in the fifth house. This is the only planet which is doing well. Why? Because you see fifth being a sixth, even this is Mercury is also belongs to, is ruling sixth house. So again sixth and eighth house is coming, so is having lot of struggle in the business. But after the sometime after completion of Mercury Dasha, even that this Dasha will give him money. Is it give money? So it is not so much of money, but it will give great of advantage this person to have improve his creativity, thereby improve his business. But you see, because of the sixth and eighth houses is indicating more, this person may have difficulty in doing a business. So I hope this one gives enough insight into the person, what that person going to have, whether he is capable of doing business or not. Of course he is capable to do business, but now at present he is having not so auspicious dashas. Of course, seventh Lord Dasha is running, but seventh Lord is very good for business, but that business Lord going to sixth house. Of course, sixth house is the house of income, but the struggle is indicating income is coming, okay, but struggle is indicating. Where in the eighth house is also the unseen incidents going to happen in this area. So this is also another important problem that they are facing. That is why, so they have to till the completion of this. Of course, Dasha is still much more time is there till the completion of this. Yes, of course, Moon and Tar, they have to wait. Otherwise, they can do the small business and not to invest much money in the business. I hope you understood, friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.